Okay, Libra, let's go ahead and do your reading. I have got to stay vigilant with these readings so I get them done. This is going to be a reading for September, and it's the beginning of September. So I'm actually giving it to you at a decent time. Can you believe it? So, what's going on, Libras? How you doing? I will always say it. My mom is a Libra, and I love my Libras. Not just my mom, but several members of my immediate family that I consider like brothers and sisters and all that good stuff are Libras. So I'm just saging a little bit just to wrangle in the energy. You guys know I love some sage. I know a lot of people burn their Palo Alto sticks and things like that. I really can't stand Palo Alto sticks. I don't like the smell, so I'm more of a sager. These are the decks I'm going to use. I always forget the name of this deck, so forgive me. But I don't know. The cards may look familiar to you. I'm going to use this deck. I usually shuffle these last because I can see what they are on both sides of the cards. And I don't like to kind of see them ahead of time. So I shuffle this last. And this will be like a guidance or advice card, oracle, that I'll give at the end. That's just a little quartz and a little labradorite stone. I'm going to use the Romance Angels deck. I just got this pointed down because I'm not totally camera ready today. I still look good, but I'm not necessarily camera ready. This is the Rider-Waite. And then, if need be, we'll do the Lenormand for clarifiers, okay? So, just saging. So I'm going to shuffle a little bit on screen, even though I already shuffled. And we can just talk about what's coming this month. We got the Virgo new moon coming up. So that should be good. It is Virgo season. Happy birthday to any Virgos out there. Libras, you may have some of your planets in Virgo. That's very possible. Certain planets that don't travel too far from the sun, like Mercury, even Venus, even Mars. You can have some of those planets in Virgo. For anybody who's a Virgo rising or a Virgo moon. And so we got that coming. We're coming out of this retrograde with Mercury and Mars, which is awesome. So we just got out of those retrogrades respectively about a week or 2 weeks ago. And I always say you got to watch out for the pre-shadow phases and then the post-shadow phases. So the retrograde energy is never over exactly when the retrograde ends, but you got to give it some time. Before the retrograde starts, you feel it, and when it's over, you feel it. And I feel like sometimes before it starts and where it's over, nice. So that fell out the deck, but I'm going to put that back in. Maybe good times for Libra. Maybe good emotional times for Libra. Either that or something's got you emotional. Hope your Libras aren't over there crying and things. But you could have some good emotional times. We got to see the context of that card with the other cards that come out with it. So, to come out of those Mercury and Mars retrogrades are great, but like I said, it may take a minute just for things to totally get on a better standpoint, because it can take a while for those energies to kind of dissipate. And then we'll have Saturn coming out of retrograde either sometime between October and November, I think. So Saturn will be going direct. It could even be September, but I think it's October, November. I can't remember offhand, but Saturn will be going direct, which will be great because, or Saturn may have already went direct. In any event, Saturn will be direct, so that'll straighten up some things when it comes to you finalizing things, legalizing things, getting things in writing, standardizing certain things, making contracts, obligations, being able to move forward with business plans, seeing your money do better, seeing anything that you had plans and anything that you had in the works business-wise doing a little bit better with Saturn going into going direct. And it also depends on what house in your chart that Saturn is going direct in. So we're going to have those things going on. So September, October, November, December through the end of the year is shaping up to be a better time, I think, than some of the summer months have been. So I'm just going to do about 4 or 5 cards, Libra. Libra's going to have some good emotional times. Libra, you may be walking away from one person and making a choice with another person. I was just going to say, Libra might have to make some decisions about a relationship, maybe getting into a relationship, or maybe to have their wishes fulfilled. I don't know what that was, guys. I don't know if my battery is going low or what that was, but let me just hit cancel or whatever. I hope this is still recording. It is still recording. I'm just hitting close. Okay. I don't know what notification popped up because I can't see the laptop all the way. So Libra, you may have some decisions to make. Maybe you're going to walk away from some habits or something that haunts you in the past, or something that you used to do. You guys may be walking away from a Capricorn, and you may be going towards a water sign, or you guys may be walking away from an air or an earth sign, so towards Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and going towards a water sign. I think you guys are looking, and if you can't see all the cards, that's worth waiting for, calling in a soulmate and romantic feelings. So yeah, I see that Libras, you're going to be getting a lot of love as we come into September. I think Libras are going to be walking away from past hurts and pains and getting in. And I'm not even going to do a Lenormand on this one because I think the cards that we have down are really good. I think Libra is walking away from some past hurts and addictions, thoughts that kind of had you tied up. So maybe thinking that you weren't good enough, or you couldn't do certain things that you thought that you could do. I think you're walking away from those thought patterns now, and you're going towards something that's more stable for you. And you guys may have been waiting to get in a relationship for a while. And just to clarify, the 8 of Cups in reverse, because it sort of speaks of having trouble walking away from these things. So I know there's something in the past, is something that really binds you. It's thoughts that weigh very heavily on your mind. It's a lot of things that have been on your mind and that have been really messing with you emotionally. But I see that Libra is really looking towards the future. So Libra is really looking forward. So you guys could be getting your dream job. You could be getting something that you really wished and hoped for a long time, Libra, and it was worth waiting for. And I see for a lot of Libras, there is going to be partnership, companionship, calling in a soulmate. So meeting a soulmate, meeting somebody that you may have had romantic feelings for, and it finally kicks off and gets off the ground and gets a footing and just takes off. I think whatever that you see happen, you're gonna see it just take off, and you guys are gonna be like, wow, I was in my head and I was hurt over the past and I was really tied up in these emotions and feelings, but I have something so positive, something so good in front of me. So let's see what else we can get out of this spread. Like I said, mental thoughts. Maybe there was some communication that you Libras were waiting for to come through, and the communication wasn't coming through. You guys could have been in competition, or like say if you were up for a job, or there's something you wanted to start, a new beginning or something like that. You guys, there could have been a stalemate. Maybe you were waiting on somebody's decision to be able to go forward with something, and I see that in September that decision is going to be made. So if you guys are waiting for a yes, whether it's from a job, whether it's from a person, that's going to be coming. And you guys could have, there could be a lot of communication going on, and maybe you thought that this person was dealing with somebody else. Maybe this person was in a relationship. Maybe the person that you were interested in was tied up in a relationship, and they finally cut out that relationship, and now they're ready to go ahead and move forward. Maybe that's what it is, because maybe this person had options, or maybe you had options, Libra, but none of the options you didn't like. Or maybe you felt like the option, I dropped cards. Maybe you felt like the option was a past partner and you really didn't want to go backwards. So if there's Libras who you may have had people in the past, you may not have wanted to go back to people from the past, and you were trying to, ooh, Libra, you got a lot. I just think cards are jumping out because Libra, this is an awesome reading. I'm not even doing Lenormand cards on this because I don't want to ruin anything. And usually Lenormand cards will take you deeper into the reading, but really with this reading, I don't even see a need to go deeper. You got all great cards for your romance cards, worth waiting for, calling an soulmate, and romantic feelings. And then all of your cards on the table are pretty good too. I mean, just starting out with that Nine of Cups and having the Two of Wands facing the Nine of Cups is like what the direction you're looking to go into is a good direction. So what I do for people, a lot of times when they come see me for personal readings, they'll have a question and they'll want to know, like, will I get this job, or what should I do, or what decision should I make? And I don't personally, like to tell people what to do, but I find that when I do the readings and people have these type of questions, it always pretty much comes out how I say, well, it always does come out how I say it in the reading. So I'm telling you this, Libra, I don't know your personal situation, but you can pretty much take it from me that if you have a decision to make, the answer is yes. So if you're looking to go in a new direction, so maybe you have these options, right? But there's one option that you really, really, really have your sight set on. It's one that you have your sight set on, or it's one that you want more than you want the other ones. You're going to get a yes. You're going to get a call saying you got that job. You're going to get a chance to get in a relationship with that person. And if you are, maybe you're not walking away from an air sign. Like I said, I feel like if you're walking away from anybody, you were maybe trapped and tied to an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, more specifically Capricorn. But if you're going towards anybody, it's going to be, it could possibly, I said you might have been walking away for an air sign, but I think it's more so you may have a new beginning with the air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I think if you're talking about partnerships, or maybe somebody, a boss, or somebody you interviewed with that you're looking for an answer from, that could be their sign, some with a rising or wherever they have heavy energy in their charts. And I think this thing was worth waiting for. I think you've been waiting a long time for your ships to come in. I think you've been kind of putting in the effort, maybe working on yourself, Libra, waiting for these good things to happen. And I really don't see anything but good things in this spread. The only thing is there just could have been a hold up. Something could have been binding you to the past, but you're letting go of, even if it's negative habits. Maybe you weren't bonded to a relationship, or maybe were bonded to things such as like narcissism or self-defeating habits, maybe vanity, or just like the seven sins, gluttony, just things that kept you, because it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody else, and it doesn't necessarily have to be an addiction like alcohol or food or things like that. It could be like the personal sins, envy, jealousy, kind of things like that, because I see that whatever was going on in your mind was sort of tormented. So you guys also could have had some problems sleeping, but I think whatever you're going to do, whatever help you're going to seek, so say if you seek guidance or help from some sort of counselor or something, it's going to help you start sleeping again. Maybe you guys were having trouble sleeping, so then you're going to have help with that. And maybe some of these good things will come around September the 12th. It could be between the 9th and the 12th. So you guys may want to pay attention to what happens between September 9th and September 12th. Because I think those are going to be good days. Right around that kind of mid of the month is going to be a good time for you. And let me say the 9th and the 16th, because I also have the 8 of Swords. So I have 2 8s in the spread. I have a 9, actually. I've got 2 9s and I've got 2 8s. So the numbers 9, the numbers 8. Actually, I've got 2 9s, 2 8s. Do I have any other repeating cards? No. So and I've got the 1, the 2, and the 4. So 2 9s and 2 8s. So I would say the numbers 9 may mean something to you, and the numbers, like I said, I'm just looking at these cups. So something between like the 9th and the 18th, because I got 2 9s, which is 18. I got 2 8s, which is 16, or maybe the numbers 9 and 8. So maybe look for something that's special to happen on those days. And then I was looking at the 12th because I just have the 4 of cups on top of the 8 of cups. Okay. And then if I add up all the cups in a reading, I get the 20. I get 21. So those may be some special numbers to you guys. So I'm going to say start looking out for anything happening between the 9th and the 21st. Specific dates, the 9th, the 12th, the 16th, and the 18th. If you guys want to make a note of that. So with that said, this is going to be pretty short, Libra. You got a great reading. I'm just going to say whatever comes up, if a new opportunity comes up, it's going to be good. You may be contemplating on it. You may be scared to walk away from something in the past, but look towards your future. Go with this new opportunity. Go with your wish. Go with what it is you really want to do. Leave the past behind. It holds nothing for you. Whatever's coming is going to be really, really good, and it's going to make you really, really happy in September and hopefully throughout the rest of the year. I feel like it's a good decision. So I'm just going to pick a card from the guidance. Let's just go somewhere in the middle of the deck and see what we come out with. Non-attachment. I'm telling you guys, break away. I've been talking about that in this reading. Getting over something in the past. Breaking away something that's behind you. The non-attachment card says, I'm certain I will reach my goal while letting go of how it will happen. I'm telling you guys, something awesome is coming up for you. Something awesome is really coming, but you got to let go of the past. And I know you have to let go of the past because you got this 9 of swords and you got the devil, which tells me you're attached, you're bounded, you're really very, very much so mentally stuck in past thoughts and frames of minds, and not until you let go of this will this wish come true. But it is definitely coming. So that's why I was saying, if you get a new opportunity, if it's something that's totally different than what you did, if it's something that makes you have to step out on faith, step out on just a totally new path and do something different than you've done before, do it, because you're going to be successful in it. It is going to bring wish fulfillment. You will be successful. You will get your reward after you release and you detach from something from your past. Again, non-attachment. I'm certain that I will reach my goal while letting go of how it will happen. And I know you will reach your goal because as you come away from this devil in reverse, and it's in reverse, so I know you're going to break away from it. And then you got the Ace of Swords on top of the 9 of Swords, which tells me after all the worrying and the mental anguish, bam, something comes and you just like up and go with it. You just up and go with it. Even if you gonna contemplate a little bit. You're not just going to just say, oh, yes. You're going to contemplate a little bit. You're going to be a little confused and it might not seem like it's all good, but I think you're going to know deep in your soul this is the right move to make, and you guys are going to take that move and you're going to be successful. You go from the 2 of Wands. This is like waiting for your ships to come in, seeing which way you can go, and through that 2 of Wands, you make a decision and you hop right to the 9 of Cups. Bam. Something wonderful, something awesome. Wish fulfilled. Okay? So that's what's going on for you guys for September. Libra, I really hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you guys want to talk personally, leave a comment below or hit me in my email box, tarothelpnow@gmail.com. I'd be happy to do a reading for you guys or chat with you some more. If maybe you want to tell me a little bit about what you're going through, you don't feel comfortable leaving it in the comments. And Libra, I wish you the best for September. Happy birthday to those Libras who are having birthdays. Happy Earth Day to those Libras who are and it's your birthday month. It's your Earth Day month. So maybe you guys are going to do something really awesome and spectacular for your Earth Day. Maybe you guys may even go somewhere. Maybe you may travel. Maybe you may do something involving water, over water. Maybe there's something involving water involved, you know, for the birthday time or something like that. So if that's going on, hit me below, Libras. Let me know. I always like to know how these readings may have resonated with you and what's going on. So much love. This is Madam X. This is Frequency Real Radio. Happy Earth Day to all my Libras. Happy Earth Day to all my Virgos who may be cross-watching. Love you guys, and I wish you nothing but the best. Till next time, I'm gone.